Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafiq or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
Your co-host Day to Day in the building. In the big 2026. Out of the off season, out of rest, hibernation. Last time you guys saw us was last year.
Yeah, New Year's.
And that was a great episode. Shout out to Flavor Keys Power for doing that. But we're back. I'm already sensing this is a big year for us. I'm manifesting. We already know it's gonna be the year of the redacted.
The year of the redacted.
We can't get there without you guys' support. So make sure you guys continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, share us, raise a 5-star on all listening platforms. You know, we're trying to get to that 100 subscriber count. We see that subscriber count going. We see the engagement growing. We appreciate it. Just continue to get that support. We also have TikTok and IG reels that have came out since the new year. So this isn't y'all first time seeing us since the new year, but it's y'all's first time seeing us since the new year, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into our first topic. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, but like we do, we jump around, we ramble, because that's what Redacts do. But since then, there's been a lot of trailers that have come out.
Yes, sir.
For the upcoming Marvel phenomenon, the last chance Marvel has to give some sort of hope to their fans before they all jump ship to the DC train. And that is Avengers Doomsday. Since the last time we spoke, the Captain America and Thor trailers have teasers, because all teasers have released. And since then, it's been the X-Men trailer, which I don't know why they didn't just leave with that shit first.
That was the best one.
With you,
that was the best one. And then, my bad to cut you off.
No, you're good.
That was the best one. And I know we're gonna mention other ones. As Dana said, the X-Men trailer. We also got the Wakandans, Namor, and Fantastic Four trailer teaser. That one was the funniest.
Yeah.
Just because
M'Baku came in there and he was like, M'Baku, king of Wakanda. He was like Ben Grimm from Second
Yancey
Street,
Street.
Whatever he said.
Nancy Street.
He was down there in them tunnels. Let me stop.
My boy Ben was not in them tunnels. Calm down.
Okay.
You saw, bro. You saw him in that comic I sent y'all in the chat. He was gambling. He was on the corner. He was on the corner shooting dice.
Ben, you not safe. You not safe. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I know they listening.
Oh man,
we're watching you just like y'all watching us. But anywho, some good content. Like I stated in the last episode, they were pretty much rolling these out weekly or bi-weekly. It was crazy because like every time like the official one came out, like the HD version, the crunchy version,
the leaked
of
one,
the following trailer just kept getting leaked. I don't know. I'm to the point now where that was like intentional. Like Marvel knew what that they were doing with that.
I don't think it's intentional because whoever leaked those, I know he underneath the mouse's house right now. They doing diabolical things to him. They got that boy strung up.
Yeah, because they also there was a leak for that, and then there was a leak for the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer movie that we don't necessarily have to talk about right now because
I didn't even see that
during the Super Bowl. It was just there's not really much there. Just like some voiceovers, people talking to him. I think Sadie Sink's character, which we don't know who she's playing, and some other stuff. Which I think so. Kind of going into the theory craft and then dissecting the trailers. My theory, which I don't even think it is a theory, it is just my, I guess, educated assumption is we're
Hmm.
gonna get the official like full teaser trailer during the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
which is when we'll see Doom because they did the same thing in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That was like Super Bowl, one of the Super Bowls when the Rams and uh, Bengals played, and then the Deadpool Wolverine trailer that was a Super Bowl trailer. So either Doomsday or Spider Man. One at least one of those trailers is gonna be aired during the Super Bowl.
They might do
It might
both.
be both of them.
They might do both. They gonna for sure. They gonna have to at least do Spider Man because that's the sooner one. But I can see them still doing a Doomsday a teaser at least, like a better, like another, not a better, another teaser at least for the Super Bowl, for sure.
Yeah. So I could see that that's gonna break the internet when that happens. Um, and then just like through each of these trailers, it's very somber. Like you have Thor, a god,
Praying.
praying
He
to
said, "Give
who
me."
I don't want his father, but
Yeah,
like
he said,
you have a
Odin.
god praying.
He said, "Give me the strength. Give me the
Give me the
strength."
strength to protect my daughter from this madman. And I don't think people really understand. Like, yes, people understand like the. I'm about to say this word and I was about to throw up, but like people understand like the aura of Doctor Doom, but that nigga's like when we talk about mastering the mystic arts and science, because in that trailer, I don't know if you know this, but there's runes in that Avengers like stained glass trailer, which goes into his character of being very invested in the mystic art. So we're about to see some like crazy fight scenes
Hmm.
with him just doing all kinds of shit, and I'm all here for it. I don't. Now, what's gonna suck is again because my biggest thing is just like I probably we're gonna see a lot of his face because it's Robert Downey Jr. and I don't believe you paid Robert Downey Jr. $80 million just to hide behind an iron mask. So, or just a voice act basically. But hey, I could be wrong. So like, but even still, like just seeing him, the dialogue he's gonna have. I don't know if he maybe like fluctuates his voice or like adds an accent. Well, because he's from Latveria, and
Yeah,
every time we've heard Doctor Doom, except for the 0405 versions, he's pretty much had a
he got that Latvian accent. I don't know what
Latvian accent,
I don't know what that accent is, but when you hear it, you know.
European. That shit European. But just because I have
Literally.
the One World Under Doom comic issue 8 covers, and I just was reading that because I got that in Midtown Comics in New York City, and just was reading through there. Dude, this nigga Doctor Doom in this issue was soloing Storm, Cyclops, Iron Man, Franklin, and um, what's the daughter's name? I think Kathy.
You talking about
Valeria,
Valeria?
Valeria Richards, and Squirrel, Squirrel, or like just
Squirrel Girl was in
basically
there
one.
too.
Yes,
Damn.
she was
If
in
he
there
beats
throwing hands. Being good, yeah, the Fantastic Four was in there throwing hands, and he was one shot all them niggas.
man,
Oh
if
my
he
god,
beating Squirrel Girl, that's crazy. Because for people that don't know, this is a side note. For people that don't know, Squirrel Girl is a very much a gag character, similar to how Deadpool is. But she's beating Galactus. I'm pretty sure she's beaten Thanos. If I could be mistaken, but I know she's beat Galactus before. I think she's beaten Doom before in other runs, but she's kind of like a little gag character because she
yes,
controls
because
squirrels.
in this issue, Doctor Doom is Sorcerer Supreme. So master of the mystic arts and master over technology. What can't this nigga do? So
I was about to say something crazy.
if they just even adopt a fraction of that in the movie, I'll be satisfied.
Hey,
I who are you about to say?
you know, how you said, what can he do? Bring his mama back. Oh shit! But
Cause who got her?
yeah,
Mephisto got her, don't he?
uh, yeah. Mephisto has her soul. That's why he tried to make that deal with him. And one I don't know the issue, so I'm not even gonna attempt to act like I know. But he made a deal with him, or tried to make a deal with him to get her soul back.
Yeah.
I,
Also, another. Well, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off
you good,
either
you good,
way.
you good.
But I was gonna say, like, kind of tying back to the X-Men trailer. Another big thing that we saw in there was, big roaming feet in the background of the Cyclops, um,
That
you know,
teaser, the
teaser.
Sentinels.
Sentinels coming back. So my theory is Doctor Doom put runes or like some sort of magic to control these Sentinels. Maybe these are like old Sentinels in this universe's X-Men, and he found some ways to like basically control these runes or to control these Sentinels. And it's like, I'm finna go to work on all these.
You know what? It could be. What if he just help produce them like Doombots?
Yeah,
It may
that
still
could
be
be it too.
Striker, but he could have just hey, he got a contract. Hey, we know how government contracts work. He got a contract with Doom, Doombot technology into the Sentinels.
Yeah, and like, what if some kind of jumping around? Like, what if he's going around these different universes trying to gather? Because not only is he gonna be gathering probably anchor beings,
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
different anchor items. I bet I'm just making this up. We're just having fun right now, but like different items from each universe. So like from here, he's grabbing the Sentinels and to help with his Doombots. From the Wakandans, he's grabbing vibranium to help because
With
maybe
his
there's
suit,
some uh
he could do it. He could help it with his own
elements
suit.
where they can enhance his magic in his armor. And he just fun with Captain America. He's like, hey dog, you caused it a curse. I don't know who this baby right here is the sole reason my planet about to die. So you know
That
what I'm
baby,
finna do?
that baby could be what was because that in Young Avengers that was Cap and Black Widow's son, so that wouldn't
Oh
work.
yeah, I know
But
you
they
was
could
talking
still
about.
technically use him, just not say just say Black Widow, not his mama.
Yeah. So all in all, I'm I'm excited. I'm interested to see how this movie's gonna go because one thing I liked about all these trailers, they don't really tell us
What's
anything
going
about
on?
what this movie's going to be about. I don't know shit about this movie.
What I do know is people dying because you can tell that from the X-Men one that
Yeah,
the
people are.
school going, so at least one
Yeah,
person's dead. If nobody else dead, at least Toad probably dead. He not even the X-Men.
yeah, because there's no way Scott Summers just
He
does
don't
that
take
and
he
like
don't
no
for
one
people that
dies.
don't know, he Scott don't take off that visor and scream in no situation unless somebody gets slatted.
Slatted.
That is the
Unless
only time
Jean Grey gets
that's the only
slatted.
time he take off that visor and say, ah. That's the only time he
Yeah,
take off that visor. What I do want to see, and I know Storm technically isn't in here, supposedly. If she is in here, which I hope she is, I hope they kind of show briefly at least her and Doom's interaction because Storm is like one of the few people that Doom respects in like for people that don't in like Marvel or the comics. Anytime you see them interact, Doom is always like, "You're cool with me," and he'll sit down and talk with her about like life and everything. So I like their dynamic, how funny it is. But yeah, I'm interested to see more because, like we said earlier, you got Thor praying. He wasn't even praying like that when he was fighting when Thanos slatted Loki. He was just pissed. So
yeah.
you got him praying now. So this is different.
Well, and then I think another thing is like, Thor has someone to fight for now, a daughter. So he's like, maybe, and then back then he just was like, hell, if I die, who really gonna check on the nigga? Who really gonna check on? Now I got love,
That boy,
who needs a father in her life.
that boy Thor said, "Meet me at the gas station. I hate you, nigga. Let's die."
That's exactly what that
That
nigga
nigga
said.
Thor said, "I hate you, nigga. Let's
Let's
die."
die. So, but speaking of that, there's gonna be a lot of that. Um, I yeah, I'm excited for this movie. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Doom, like how they do his design. Are they gonna
Yeah,
modernize it? Are they gonna? Because we know this Doom is from the Fantastic Four universe. So are they gonna make it like a modern 1960 version of his armor? We don't know.
I think they need to do straight classic.
I think so too. I think that's probably the right way to go. Don't do too much.
Yeah,
Simple is
don't.
better.
The less is more. We seen how good it looked when you did the Fantastic Four. Less is more.
Yeah.
So keep it like that. But now talking about more, because we're gonna transition a little bit out of Marvel space right now. There's a show that's going on, a very great show. Jujutsu Kaisen, the Culling Games arc is going on right now. They are at episode 5, I believe, and it came out today. But we're just gonna be talking about the first, not the first 4 episodes, because we already talked about the first 2 a little bit. So we're gonna talk about 3 and 4, mainly 4, because that is the Maki episode. So before I start going on a rant, and going in more in depth, I'm gonna let Dana kind of take over a little bit because I've read before, so I want to hear kind of his reaction to this Maki episode and what was his thoughts on it.
Yes. So as a manga only,
Anime only.
and manga only, I'm about to say anime only. I lied straight through my teeth. As an
We
anime
know you
only
don't
nigga,
read.
as an anime only nigga for Jujutsu Kaisen, watching the Maki episode, because I had to catch up on this, and I tried very hard to avoid all spoilers because I wanted to. I didn't know, but I was aware with how everyone was talking about how Feet was talking about it, the hype for it. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be some heat. I was aware
Mm-hmm.
that she levels up, for a lack of a better term, but I
The
didn't
top 5
realize
moment.
it was going to be like this. And I'm just watching it and just learning. Cause I feel like each episode with JJK, I'm just learning more and more about the power scale and like curse energy and all this stuff, and just heavily packs on it. So I'm really invested in this. Like
Mm-hmm.
episode 3, we'll probably talk about after this. I was very invested. I paused that shit at least 20 times, reading all that shit and just trying to understand. Like, okay, these are the rules. I'm probably not gonna understand them until like we see more people watching and shit. But I need to understand the basics. But anywho, Maki, we understand she doesn't read. And please correct me if I'm wrong. Like, help
Yeah,
guide me a little bit. But she doesn't have curse tendency. Kind of like Rock Lee. Like, she doesn't have ninjutsu. Basically, he
yeah.
has
So
taijutsu.
she,
Like, he just basically has to train hard. But she's able. She has some sort of heavenly pack where she can basically pick up any tool and master that bitch. Am I correct in that assumption, or
yeah, a
is I
little
a
bit.
little
Not
off
it's
base?
yeah. You're on the right track. It's not that she can master every tool immediately. She still has to like train, obviously, but her heavenly restriction, and it wasn't like a full heavenly restriction as Toji's was before the stuff that happened in this episode. It was more so she had pretty much, we'll just say, no curse energy. People debate if she had like 1% still or not, but we're just gonna say she had no curse energy. Um, but she wasn't as strong as Toji was because it technically wasn't zero, because the way in Jujutsu Kaisen, the way it works is twins are counted as one person. So if you have a twin, you both are counted as one person. So each twin can only go as high as the other twin. And the thing with Maki and Mai was, Mai originally never, she didn't want to be a sorcerer, all that stuff. That's why she didn't really train for real. So even though Maki's in there training in the gym, all this stuff, and Maki wants to be this strong sorcerer, Mai's like, bro, I don't want to do this bullshit
Right.
because I already know the clan don't like us for real. I already know it's gonna be all these expectations on us because and they say it, I'm forgetting her name, but this kind of off track, but one of the sorcerers from the school, the girl on the broom, I forgot her name right now. But she says it earlier on in like season 1, that pretty much if you're a girl, she pretty much just says like if you're a woman sorcerer, it doesn't matter if you level like grade one, all this stuff. One, if you're not cute, and if you not perfect, they don't give a fuck.
Fuck about you.
So that's all that to say is like my pretty much was like, bro, I don't want to really do this. So that's why Maki couldn't get to that level of being how Toji
Where
was.
she's at now, which is
Yeah.
so we that happens. There's a scene where she goes back to the Zenin clan's lair.
Hmm.
They block. Their father
Yeah.
comes in and the father's like, y'all are just the typical. I'm just gonna say it, the typical Asian disappointed father and their daughters because they're not men and they just feel like they can't do shit, even though they are whooping ass and just better than half these niggas, half these sorts, whatever. So father's in there basically kills them. Like, I'm so disappointed in y'all such failures. I'm slatting both of y'all and leaving y'all in the dungeon.
Hmm.
So that happens. They pretty much meet. I don't know where they meet. I don't know if that really even matters. But the twins meet and basically just explain what Feet just said, where we can only go as high as the other goes because we're kind of as one. And because I don't want to be here no more, I'm not gonna keep holding you back. But
Yeah.
before I leave, just end it. Kill everybody. She basically was like, kill everybody.
Kill
And
everybody.
Mikey was like, bet.
She's a bet twin. But
Basically, so that happens, and nigga,
Kill Bill started.
nigga,
Did you
yeah.
catch that reference immediately that it was killed that they were referencing Kill Bill throughout it? Or
I didn't, but now that you're saying that, and then when the ninjas came in, yeah, that's that's straight on the nose of Kill Bill, and then the pretty much the four. So when all that shit, I'm like, oh damn, she turning up. Then the big bloods came in. I'm like, oh, she turning up because the hands came out, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna just say Pompano nigga came out and just was trying to fight her. Never
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
worth
that
it.
was he's the leader of like I'm gonna just say ninjas. I'm not gonna recall their names right now.
Yeah,
He's the leader of
basically
like the
they're
ninjas, and then the
the
four
four
that you
Ambu
see,
Black Ops niggas.
yeah, and the ones that you see like later on, those are called the Hey. I know, yeah, because they're HEI, and they're part of like
Yeah,
the upper level of the Zenin clan, so they're considered like even though they aren't graded as special grade, they're considered either grade one or upward to special grade sorcerers by Jujutsu
right.
standards.
So she's now fully unleashed. Now I would argue to say she's higher than Tochi, honestly, because
Hey,
Tochi was. I'm
I'll
I'm gonna
say it.
sit here and say it
I'll say it.
because you can't sit here and tell me what she can do, what Toji did, if not better. Now, so it's like that shit was happening. She basically, when that whole fucking Star Platinum order storm came down and she was dodging that shit and still sliced Buddy head off. And then even when Homeboy hit her with the eyes, I'm
Yeah, the
like, you ain't
force.
finna
He
do
did it with the
shit.
force hold.
Yeah. And she still was moving.
Yeah, that scene. I love that scene because, well, the whole episode. I've rewatched that episode like 10 times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be having that whole replay on a loop. But that scene, I liked it so much because it showed how much Maki like. I guess how much she was like, yeah, I'm about to just fuck these niggas up. Cause you see her do that smile, almost like she was about to laugh, but she did that smile and then just started pushing that bitch back. I said,
Yeah. That too.
yeah.
And what was live was also, I didn't realize Homeboy Naue was gonna die this early. I thought we was gonna see him play out a little longer.
Oh,
No,
now yeah.
that now yeah, he's now dead. Dead as hell. Oh man, like, cause he would. We already saw he came in hot mixing niggas up, boom, 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 boom. Now he's over here mixing Maki up, but Maki's just obviously taking it for as long as she can and just reading them, counting them,
She
because
counting.
he has the same curse technique.
Yeah, he has the same curse
Curse
technique as his
technique is
dad.
a
It's the difference. The slight difference is his dad's is almost like how a film camera is, and nowadays is more like a digital camera. But the thing is, nowadays is, I guess you could say he. I guess you could say he's a little faster than him, but he doesn't use his technique as good because he's so arrogant. It's that trope of like, oh, I'm so arrogant, nobody can touch me, so I don't got to learn no more
right. He's
shit.
like, I'm
Because
so good. Hey, a nigga ain't maybe. He was like, a nigga ain't maybe go to level 5. So I'm gonna just stay at level 3 because can't nobody get me out of this.
exactly, because it was if you see during if you look back during the Shibuya incident, his dad he put Dogen Dagon, yeah, he put the water curse technique into a film, and then he just held him, and then he was like, Then he punched him. But now he couldn't do all that shit. All he could do was like tap him real quick to hit him. He couldn't do all. He couldn't. His technique wasn't as advanced as his dad's because he was so arrogant.
Yeah, no. So like when that shit happened, and then at the final one where she basically was about to make that nigga meet the ground, I
Ooh,
literally stopped up. I was like, I paused that shit. I had to replay that. I was like,
but
damn.
she said you're fast, but your technique goes every 24 seconds or every 24 inputs.
Yeah. So it's like I know the exact moment your ass gonna freeze. Or the
Mm-hmm.
exact moment I know I'm gonna get you, and boom. I was so glad she did that shit because I was like, this nigga's so annoying.
Bruh,
But I thought
annoying
like,
as hell.
but then it was just like when he clawed out. I was like, oh man, like he might have a fucked up face, but we might see him in Shabu. He might fuck niggas up. Nope.
You see the
Nice in the
mom come
back.
in. That scene too, when she went to go slat her mom, I was I was partially surprised they showed it because in the manga they insinuate, well, they show it too. She does like the little scream and all that. Then they don't show her obviously kill her, but they show like the blood at the end. But I was surprised they showed like the full process of it because I didn't think they was gonna show that. They showed. I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
But what I really like about Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole is, and you can see it a lot. I I could tell once they did the Shibuya incident, but I could really tell now is that this is like a passion project for them for that animation team because Shibuya was crazy. They added so much to those fights, but then Geje, the author, over Jujutsu Kaisen, they came out and said that it's sometimes when they're watching it too, and they're just like, "Oh shit, that can happen," because they gave that team a lot of freedom to go past what's in the story. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these fights and a lot of the scenes in general where people are talking and having a conversation is a lot more added to it that adds a lot more depth that I'm really enjoying because I would say that's to me when I was reading that was like a top. That's definitely a top 10 moment, but that was in like my top 5 moments of the series. But there's some crazier stuff that's about to happen soon that I'm just like I'm just seething. I'm just waiting to see what they do to it because they've been going crazy. Like,
And part of me is, but also part of me is not, especially as like an anime only, because I'm like, oh man, especially with kind of turning this to the episode 3 about basically the game explainer, breaking down the rules and all that stuff.
mhm.
And when I tell you, I paused that shit and went back. I analyzed the fuck out of that episode. Like I paused that shit damn near 50, 11 times. Like reading it, understand
Yeah,
what a star plasma vessel is, and then they're going through all the whole fucking. It was a TikTok I seen. This was before I even seen the episode, but it was a TikTok where it was that scene, and it played the sound over like that fake car mechanic is like Yeah, well, your respirator connected to the
Oh,
defibrillator, and the defibrillator connected to the catalytic, and the catalytic can this shit. So I'm just like, God damn. And sure enough,
yeah,
but I appreciate that episode. I know that episode got a lot of flack because it was rated so low, and people were. I did see a lot of backlash about people rating it so low because they were saying like, y'all niggas only on here to watch action, like y'all not real watchers of anime cinema, like y'all some basically call them some lame ass niggas for rating it so low. I'm like, damn, what the hell happened? And I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, I see why people I can see why people wouldn't like it if they're just on the bandwagon for fight scenes. But it's like you need to understand this to
yeah.
understand
What's
what
gotta
is about
happen?
to happen.
And my thing is with that whole episode was that episode was, to me, that was great because it was clear cut. And even if you take out all the words, all you have to know is you going in there in a battle royale, you kill somebody, you get points. 100 points, you can change the rules. That's all
Yeah,
you need to know.
I'm about to
The
say
other
that's really
details, the other details
thing
about
you
being in
can
there
need
19
to know.
days, the other details about being in there 19 days and you get your curse technique removed, or you get to establish if you a player 19 days, you need to know that, but at the same time you don't need to know that. Like, I know that because I read it and I already know what's gonna happen, but at the same time that wasn't so important outside of maybe like a few characters where it's
Yeah,
like, oh, this is time limit that's going off. But
what I thought was very intriguing was all the stuff before that where they're explaining basically in Jakku's plot, like why he's doing this,
oh
because
yeah,
they're trying to assimilate humanity with
Tengen.
Tengen, so that because then that way, if they assimilate in, then they're all basically the same person, and if
It's just
someone that
chaos.
gets out of line, everybody dead, and that's basically what Idaku's trying to do. He's what do you say? He's trying to awaken humanity,
Yeah.
and he's basically culling the herd.
Yeah, but he testing it out with Japan first. And to me, I think this was the most. I think this was if you've watched anime, you know when an episode does heavy content and nothing else, where it's like, damn, they still talking. But to me, maybe I'm biased, but to me, this felt like one of those episodes where it's like I'm getting content, but they're doing it in a way where I'm not like, God damn, bro. Because they were
Yeah,
asking questions, they were showing what stuff meant. Because some animes, it's just
straight
words,
talking, straight
words.
words.
It's nothing in the background plan for you to give you context. It's just a nigga looking at you talking for 30 minutes, just talking about the breakdown and shit. And
Yeah,
y'all know the animes that I'm talking about, but I like this one because it was more, to me, it was easy to digest. I think some people hate on Jujutsu Kaisen because they'll get traction to do that. They'll get that slight buzz of, oh, my phone's going off. People are arguing with me or agreeing with me. It's like, all right, bro, you're a loser.
yeah. There's a lot of losers on here right now, but um, no, I was very appreciative of this episode because it's now. I guess as I was reading, and I probably would have to rewatch episode 3 to get a better understanding because you can't you can't tell me if you're someone that hasn't read the manga. You watch that on first watch and still understand what the fuck going on. I know I don't. Either
Oh,
I'm just gonna
no.
have to
I
watch
would have paused it
episode 3
too.
again and just this is one of those things you have to watch the episodes really understand how this game really works. And for you just laid out pretty much perfectly in layman's terms. It's a battle royale and it's a point system.
They in
And the
Fortnite,
point
bro.
system is pretty simple and just know niggas are gonna die. They can
Yes.
die easily.
It's a You get points by killing people like any other battle royale video game y'all love to
Yeah,
play.
and the only way
Fortnite,
out of this game is
Warzone.
death.
Yeah. The
Because even
outcome
because
is
it was one
niggas
rule,
die.
yeah, because there was one rule where it was like if you don't participate, your cursed energy or something like that is withheld or withdrawn. which
Mm-hmm.
basically was like, you're dying.
Yeah, you got to kill somebody within them 9. You either got to declare yourself a player in the game within them 19 days, or you got to be like, hell no, I ain't playing. Get me out of here within those 19 days. You get a window of either you get a window to log into the game, or you get a window to log out. That's
Yeah,
you either booting up that game system, or you going to sleep.
permanently. But I'm excited. I'm excited to just learn more about this game and get introduced to new characters. They already named one who's there that they got to. What was it? I think Nenji.
Hikari, yeah.
Yeah, them, and then the comedian that is basically the failed comedian.
Whoo. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all, it's some characters in here. I know I've said it all the time, but y'all will see everybody in the culling games is grade 1 or special. I would say they all special grade technically, but it's maybe a few that's like but all the rest of them dogs. There's one nigga dog. That's
Oh yeah,
there's
and then
gonna
they
be
were talking about Angel and her
Angel.
character.
Y'all gonna hear somebody say, "Everybody come back." God, a dog. That
Oh
is
my
a
god.
dog, and you only see that in the backstory. A dog.
Oh man.
Hikari, who y'all meet today, a dog.
And then one last thing before we move on to the next thing is just like going back to the third episode, and then just I really just appreciated Tengen breaking down Ninjaku's master plan because it helped me put the puzzle pieces together for all the shit that happened prior to Shibuya, why Toji did what he did, why Homegirl was shot. Because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really understand. Like, yes, they said that in those first 4 episodes. But like, I didn't really understand why she was important. I just thought they killed her because she had this target on her. I didn't understand why until
Oh, you
now.
didn't. Oh, you didn't get that she was gonna be that Tinga was probably gonna take over her body, whatever.
Exactly. Until this moment. So I'm like, oh, so now everything is just
Yeah.
like,
Now you
oh
see that
shit.
Toji is the
Oh
reason everything started.
yeah.
Toji, the first person in recorded history, pretty much that had a heavenly construct like that, or a zero. Because usually everybody got at least 1% of curse energy. First person that got like a none, he destroyed everything in the world. He the
Yeah.
reason all this shit is happening.
And they talk about that. Literally, Tengen was like, and basically every time I talk about a Predator movie, and then the Predator shows up, and now you gotta address this nigga. Could you imagine? This is a random tangent. We won't watch it, but like, could you imagine? Could you imagine a Predator with the abilities of Toji?
No, that's Deck. That's Deck of the Yautja.
Yeah. Man, you moving on to the next show that we've been watching. HBO has another Song of Ice and Fire
Mm-hmm.
TV show called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is a series based on a George R. R. Martin novel based called the same thing. It's a 3 novel series, and each season is based on each book. So if you want to know what happens in this season, go read those books. But only episodes 1 and 2 came out so far. We are introduced to Sir Duncan the Tall, which he's
Yes,
trying to
sir.
tell everybody that he is, and he's just basically this is a story about just a nigga just trying to be better, just trying
From
to get
rags to
better.
riches.
Literally a rags to riches story, and he just want to be like the big dogs.
He just want to be a knight, bruh.
He
Because
just
we
want to be a
see that
knight.
he's
That's it.
we see he's a hedge knight. I didn't know what that was until they explained it. But a hedge knight pretty much is a knight without a house, a kingdom, I guess.
Well,
It's pretty much
basically,
from
it's
what I
like a
got from it.
mercenary. It's so like they're just contracted knights, yeah, that don't really have a home. Like basically, they're like, well, I was gonna say a Ronin, but like what separates a Ronin between a samurai is like they're kind of tied to a shogun, whereas like Ronins are just free roaming samurai that are hired on a hit or hired to do a job basically. So that's what head knights are. They live on the road, and hence the name. They live
In the
literally
hedge.
under a hedge, like under a tree. And we see that in one episode where Duncan's taking a projectile shit
Bro, hey,
under a
that
hedge.
threw me, bro. That threw me off, bro. Because
I
that was
think
the
that was
first episode.
intentional because it was meant to. I think like it was meant to quote unquote shit on your expectations for how the other Game of Thrones series are. Like a lot of times it's the hero tale, like it's this bigger than me story. It's so magical. Got all these dragons. No, this is literally about a man trying to be a knight
Yeah,
or a legit knight, a big knight. Right
a
now
tall
he's just
night.
a hedge knight. He's just a hedge knight. So we meet him. We also meet Egg,
Egg.
who
Egg is the funniest. Egg is the funniest person in this story, bro. His
mm-hmm.
comebacks and his slight
Yeah.
his side comments. I be in there crying because he said, what did he say? It was, I think it was episode 2. Duncan has said like, oh, Duncan was like, if you don't clean up this, I'm gonna get dogs or something. Or no, he was Duncan was like, if you steal from me, I'm gonna get dogs to chase you. And then, and then Egg was like, you can't afford dogs. Wow, that shit made me start crying laughing.
Nah, that shit was funny. No, but Egg
Oh,
is a. There's a lot more to Egg because have you read or like know the full
I I don't know
Riders to
everything, but
Making
I know
story?
that I know who he is. Not who he is, but I know whose family he's part of.
Yeah. So
And
I won't
I
say
won't
nothing,
say
but
it just
yeah,
because.
that's a big
Yeah.
plot twist, and that's gonna be revealed probably later on. I don't think in this season, but maybe in the next season or so. But we are introduced to Egg. We're also introduced to a drunkard at the tavern, who's also very important. And then we're introduced to the Targaryens, some Kingsguard, which at this time they're basically seen like the fucking Harlem Globetrotters. You see those niggas, especially as a knight, a lone war knight. That's the
Hmm.
goal. You want to be in that table because to everyone else, they're these perfect knights. Like they're the exemplary of what it means to be knights. Like I said, like they the fucking Beatles.
They the
You
Olympic
see them
team.
niggas, they're like, man, I'm trying to get like you. Like don't get starstruck seeing two of them because he's like, oh my gosh, like I'm just how can a lowborn like me become a knight of the Kingsguard?
Hmm.
So just that, and I'm excited to see because we got a glimpse of the jousting and all that because George R. R. Martin he said the hesitation the inspiration for this book was some movie that had a lot of jousting in it, and he wanted to bring that to a song like his book, A Song Ice and Fire, and he wants this to be him and the showrunner want to make sure that they basically make this like the best looking jousting stuff like that. Like they want to make this shit A1, like on some Formula One, like you were in the horse experiencing the joust, like the spear brace and all that. So I'm
Sure.
excited to see more of that because
They
even
did a
the
good
stuff that
job
we
with
got,
that.
I'm like, damn,
They did a good job on that second episode because
yeah,
you
they
saw
did.
how You saw how Duncan was reacting. You kept seeing them go back to his face, and he like, oh, they serious. Like this ain't gonna be a cakewalk. Like
Yeah,
especially when that dude got knocked off his horse, and then he like did that turn and then just got on a different one. I said, oh, this is.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
So
lie.
the
I was like,
way,
this is live.
go ahead, V, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Like this shit. Like so, the way these like jousts work, pretty much is you have 5 champions that are pretty much thinking of them as like the kings of the hill that are anointed by the princess that this whole event is put on for, which we're introduced to. I think yeah, Princess. I don't ask Prince the Ashford princess girl who turned 13. So
Is that the one who called Duncan dumb or idiot when
yeah,
he was
and
peeking?
she was like feeding him that rumor, like oh, like maybe the
Oh,
kids died and all that, and then just ran off. That was her. This whole
okay,
thing is put on for her because
okay.
it's her 13th birthday. So you have 5 big think of them as kings of the hill. Then you have 5 challengers, and they joust, and they basically keep going until someone not gets knocked off their horse. And if they get knocked off their horse, then they both can decide to continue to battle with him off a horse or the melee battle, or the nigga's like, nah, you lost. And if you lose, which they do talk about this in the show,
You got to give up
everything
everything.
is given to the winner, and you have to buy that shit back. So Dunk obviously ain't got no money. He barely got
Oh,
a Buffalo nickel.
he don't even got horses anymore. He just went all in on the last
Yeah, he had to
episode.
sell one to basically get his armor. So if he loses his first joust, he's fucked because he's not getting anything back, or he won't have the money to get his shit back. Especially not for a long ass time, not without indentured servitude. But so that's what makes this the stakes for this even higher uh, for Dunk. And then in that second episode, we see because he idolized the hedge knight he was a squire for, Sir Arlen of Pennytree.
Hmm.
He idolized him so well. He taught him everything about what it means to be a true knight and all this great stuff. But as he's walking around, because before you had to basically get um, basically have someone co-sign like, yeah, I know who this guy is. Like
Yeah,
he's a knight. Because
you
in
got to
the
get the stamp of approval by
yeah, you gotta
somebody
get a stamp of
known.
approval by one of the big bloods, and everyone around was like, I don't know who the fuck you talking about.
You're like, I don't know what block he
Which
from.
is crushing. You can see it's like crushing Dunk's idea of how he viewed Arlen. Like, man, like, was he really a good knight? Like, no, like it can't be. Even Egg was like, if everyone's saying he a shit knight, he might be a shit knight.
Egg said, if nobody knows him,
He probably some slow. Oh man. But so there's that, and then kind of toward the end of the episode, we pretty much see him like pretty much all that's weighing on him. He's seeing his first joust and is kind of getting imposter syndrome, and basically tomorrow is about to be like,
it's
I'm
up.
gonna
The
make a
time is
name for
now.
myself here.
Yeah, and then I like during that scene too that they showed when they showed them jousting and one of the lances broke and you hear the knight says like Squire, give me another one. You see Egg lock in on what the Squires was doing, and then he started like trying to he was it's almost he was like it's like he was practicing. He was like, how am I supposed to? Cause I'm assuming he gonna have to be the one that helped Duncan out. So
Yeah,
it's like
he's
he
his
was
squire right now, so
yes. So he was like, how am I supposed to hold this lance? All this stuff. You kind of see him adjusting, and then that's when he tells Duncan, he's like, oh, put me down, like let me be level on the ground, everything. So it's almost like he was saying, let me lock in too on this. So I really like that
mhm.
scene. Um, it was a scene earlier before that, when he went into that, um, I'm just gonna say the king's quarters, whatever it was. When that one Targaryen was in there, because I don't know his name,
Oh,
but
Baelor.
was that Valor?
So the one he was talking to that actually remembered Arlen was Baelor. That's at the time is the king at the time is King Daeron, which is Baelor's father, and
Hmm.
Baelor is the hand of the king, basically the vice king, vice president.
Okay. What was the other one?
And
The one that was sitting down
the
that was
other
worried
one
about his
next to
sons.
him is his brother, his younger brother. That's Makor.
Okay. When
And
he
after this, I was kind of just setting up the scene a little
oh
bit.
go
So
ahead.
after, so the time play this takes place after a period in Game of Thrones history called the Blackfire Rebellion. Pretty much, it was like the bastard Targaryens trying to overthrow the new Targaryen, basically stage a coup, and Baelor and Makor were like the two heroes of the war because they were the ones that shut out the Blackfire Rebellion twice. They shut them out in two battles, and so everyone remembers them. They're like, "Oh, he's so like." They remember Baelor because he was such a great warrior, and then Makor too. But Makor feels overshadowed. On top of Baelor is the eldest son, meaning next in line to the throne, and all this other stuff. Whereas Makor is just like little brother syndrome. Ain't nobody really looking at me. Kind of
Hmm.
envious of his older brother, so he's just walking around mad all the time.
Okay. Yeah, because when Dunk walked in there and then Baylor was like, "Oh yeah, I remember him for real." He started going over how he remembers him, but then um Makor, no Dunk looks at Makor. He's like, "I hope they're not dead." Hey, when Dunk said, "I hope they're not dead," he talking about his sons. You see Makor's face like, "What the fuck,
Like,
bro?"
nigga.
Even the dude in the back was like, he was like,
Oh, Plumber. He's like,
bro.
bro, stop talking
Everybody in there was
right
like,
now. Stop talking.
everybody, everybody in there was like, is he stupid? And then he
Yeah.
just walks away, and they were like, no, he actually is a little slow. Never mind. Oh, that scene was crazy. Um, and then really, I'm really enjoying the series so far. I think I like how, like you said earlier, how grounded it is. I really like the comedy in here. I think that comedy is shining. Egg, I'll say it again. Egg is hilarious,
I'll say
and
my favorite character right now is Lionel Baratheon.
oh, that was the one that was all drunk and dancing and everything.
Yeah.
That was turned up. Yeah, he's funny.
And I feel like because he's one of the challengers, but like he's one of the best knights in House Baratheon. Like in the books, they call him like the Laughing Stag or something like that because he's just jousting, fighting niggas, and then laughing. Like you see how crazy this dude gets. So
Yeah.
we know he get that. So I'm excited to see him more jousting and stuff and doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think overall. Oh, last thing before we move to the next topic, I want to say, Dunk. I understand. It's a scene in there. Hey, man, he saw. he saw a fine woman. He started stuttering. Didn't know what was going on. I said, I understand. But what I also understand is there's also another show that's come out. They all dropped episodes on a single day by Marvel. It's called Wonder Man. It is directed by what is his name? Daniel Cretton, Destin Daniel Cretton. He's also the director for Spider Man, the new Spider Man that's about to come out, and Shang Chi. Main character Yahya Abdul was playing Wonder Man or Simon Williams, and then if you remember Iron Man, was that 3
Yes.
when it was the Mandarin? Yeah. So they also have Trevor Slattery who played the Mandarin. Real name Ben Kingsley. But yes, Wonder Man was dropped by Marvel, and I have to say this real quick to Marvel. Marvel, look at me. I need y'all to stop fucking dropping shows all at once. This shit is so stupid. When I tell you it's so stupid, you all control a streaming platform. If you want to build hype around a show, drop it week to week. When you drop it all at once, one, that's stupid. That brings less people to your platform since y'all love money so much. That's gonna bring less people to your platform. And then also you sending out shit to die in the backyard like old Yeller. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Drop shit week to week. Because honestly, I know we about to talk about the show. Honestly, from what I've watched, I need to watch the last 2 episodes. This is probably the best thing y'all have put out since I don't know when. I don't know the last time y'all put something out this good, TV show wise.
Yeah.
But
No,
yes,
I agree. We know why they did this. We know why
we
they
know
did this.
why. But
They
the
did this.
crazy thing is, you have the director for the new Spider-Man movie. You have the
Yeah.
director for Shang-Chi. He's a great director. And you just say, here, you got Yahya Abdul
Stellar
playing the
actor.
lead. What are we doing? Kevin Feige, I'm talking to your bald head ass.
Yeah.
What are we
Ben
doing?
Kingsley. Like,
And there's more actors in here that's heat. I just didn't name them all. But you got actors in here. And even and I will say the marketing, once they did start marketing about 2 weeks out, a month out max, the
mm-hmm.
marketing was great. That's some of their best marketing since I would say since Thunderbolts. But it was the same lane. Thunderbolts marketing was really good because it was done by, I would say, people that had passion about what they were doing.
Yes. And I feel like this was also a passion project by the people that created this show too. Like, it doesn't seem
Yeah.
like they had a team that was just doing this for a paycheck. They actually put some quality stuff out. And what's crazy? Just when I posted on my story that I was watching, I had like quite a few. I won't say a lot, but I was surprised the amount of people that were intrigued about my thoughts of the show. I don't know if you had the same sort of
Yeah. I had people ask me
reaction
too.
feedback. I was just like, damn. Like, I mean, I was telling them because I haven't finished it. We're at the point now. We're on episode 6, so we'll probably give our full review, man, on the next episode, whatever. But just from what I've seen so far, did Marvel cook? Yeah, you could say they probably slow and simmer, but that's still cooking.
I would argue, I would argue this show, from what I've watched, I'm gonna see that again. This show is better than half of the stuff Marvel has ever released. And that's not hard to do, but
Not really.
it's in the upper
Is this
tier.
show better than? I mean, because I'm like, is this show better than Echo? Yes. Is this show better than Moon Knight?
Yes, so far. And I love Moon Knight. I think this is the best Marvel show to me, at least, was Loki. I think Daredevil and WandaVision are right there too. I think those are like the three you could say. WandaVision
Yeah.
was great. It had maybe like one low moment where it's like, Daredevil, I mean, that's all the way through great. Loki
Is
to me was
this
all the way
is
through
this
great.
show better than Miss Marvel? Yes.
This show is great.
Yeah.
Just as a TV show, like take Marvel out of it. If you like, to me, if you like anything dealing with movie production, TV show production, movies, acting, this is a show for you. If you like the studio, which is on Apple TV, this is a show you will really enjoy. Um, because you could see how passionate they are when they're actually acting and talking about acting. Because there's a an episode, I think it's episode 4. No, it's episode 5 when he's shooting the self tape or trying to shoot the self tape. They go to and it's escaping me right now because I don't have the full cast list up. They go to old dude's house, the other actor, and
Oh,
then he pretty much starts talking to Simon Yahya Abdul's character Wonder Man, he pretty much is talking to him. He's like, man, acting. He said he's at the end of the day, acting is just a job, man. He's like, as long as you can convince yourself or convince other people, it's you'll be straight and you'll do good. He was like the minute you start wanting XYZ, that's when stuff's not gonna go good. And you could see in the background how Ben Kingsley character Trevor Slattery, how he's like, what? And then you see Simon realize like we're not doing this for the same reasons. Because
Right.
Simon says the same thing as Trevor. They're like, no, this isn't just a job. This is pure passion on display, which I thought was a very good message. But um to kind of go through the series for Wonder Man, I know we talked in the past about his character, but pretty much he has energy manipulation. Am I right in that, or
Yes.
how does
Yeah,
his
he does.
powers?
Energy manipulation, like ionic powers. Yeah, just
Yeah,
one of those.
energy.
And yeah, he can control in energy at a molecular level, making him one of the strongest Marvel characters in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say he's like gag level OP powerful,
yeah,
but
nah, but
he's up there. Like
he's
he's
a
not
heavy
just
hitter, which how
he's
his
not
power, how
no
he
man that
is.
sees that, but
Yeah, so we know through the story, you kind of see from episode one, he's trying to get casted for different TV shows. We see he loses his job on American Horror Story. I thought it was kind of funny that they were bringing up real shows and TV and everything like that. I thought that was very funny, but we see that he loses his job with that. Then he finds out through meeting Trevor's character that pretty much there's a Wonder Man movie that's about to be made, and he's like, okay, I
mhm,
got to be in this. So we see that journey of him trying to get casted in the Wonder Man movie itself. But then you also see in the background that Damage Control is one losing funding, which I thought this was very funny that they brought this up. That they specifically said we have a prison with which is under 50% population. We need to put people in here so we don't lose funding. I said, damn, ain't that real? Who? Cause don't they do that in the real world?
man,
Man, they
don't
said that.
get
I said, I just
started.
burst out laughing. I said, God damn.
Don't get me started.
I said, ain't that funny? Just trying
Mhm,
to find people to lock up. But
barely.
who? So we see damage control come in, and then we go on from there.
Yeah, and then so there's a lot of things. I think kind of theory crafting a little bit. I think this movie, I think this show is setting up damage control to basically be like serve as like the FAH, like basically like the anti mutant, like government issued anti mutant niggas essentially. Like we have this prison with them. My mind when they talk about that prison, my mind immediately went to the episode of X-Men and the animated series where they the X-Men go to this prison where they have a shit ton of mutants in it. I'm blanking on the name right now, but there's nothing to say that they can't use that because now I'm trying to think, okay, how are they going to explain or how are they going to justify, kind of write mutants in this new Marvel Cinematic Universe? Because at this time, there's very little. At this point, there's only two
Yeah.
that we as audience know of. It's
Yeah.
Miss Marvel and Namor.
Mm-hmm.
And we also need to figure out, like, how are they just going to um, put in, like, mutant hate? Well,
Yeah.
you have damage control that's basically already anti-soups. Also, another thing that I thought that was cool was them talking about Damar Doorman. So Doorman is a mutant in the MCU or in the MCU in Marvel. who
Mm.
ended up being a part of Great Lake Avengers, where but them just talking about Doorman and that happening. Now Doorman basically got his powers to whatever, but the same thing could apply. They basically have a clause now where they're like, ain't no more suits in Hollywood, pretty much. So just different things like that, to where mutants or different things like they can just it ain't nothing to change suits to mutants, or unless they kind of all jump them in the same. Because my thing is like, what makes mutants unique is like they are quite literally hated because they're mutants, not because they're super high beings, because they're mutants. So we need to
Yeah,
figure out how
because
to
they're a
square
next
this circle
stage.
of
Yeah.
basically them targeting mutants. So I think this show kind of sets that up a little bit. I honestly would not have been surprised, nor I wouldn't have been mad if they just up and said, I don't know if they do because we haven't finished the episode. But I wouldn't have been mad if they just up and said, Simon Williams was a mute, which is why he has his powers. Because at
I
this
can see
point,
them
we
saying
get to
that.
go
You,
ahead, go
you
ahead.
you know why I can see them saying that? Because what we know with mutants is 9 times out of 10, you don't get your mutant ability till like usually till puberty. That's most of the time
Exactly.
where if you have a mutant ability, if you don't have it yet, you're gonna get it right then. And when we know that fire happened when he was, they said 11, 12.
Yeah, around there. He wasn't any younger than 9 years old. I know that.
Yeah. So that's not puberty, that's right before it. But still, that's close.
Yeah.
So that could be why. At the end of the day, that could be a you close to puberty, you got your mutant ability
You got
awakened.
your abilities. And it's always something tragic. Damage control comes in, or the government comes in and is like, we need to take him away.
Yeah. And I kind of like that they didn't. Well, we still don't know yet because we haven't finished. But so far, up to episode 6, middle of episode 6, I'll say so far they haven't said like, oh yeah, this is his full blown power abilities and stuff. It's still up to you to guess and think about. Okay, is this something he was born with? Did he get this somehow through that fire accident, or is it something else in play here right now? So I kind of like that they're leaving that vague right now.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, okay, how are they? I'm like, how are they gonna start
Gonna
tying
introduce.
mutants in here, introduce the mutants? And I think what they're doing in this show, there's a lot of um, groundwork for them to use later on, where they're like not pitch on this, especially that prison, because that's not the I
That's
was about
not
to say the
I about to say
gorge or
Tartarus,
whatever.
but that's not the
Yeah,
name of it. That I'm thinking about a whole different
the bridge or the
show.
rig, whatever that prison is in the
The
ocean, it's
Raft.
not that.
I think it's
The
called the
raft.
Raft.
So
Let me see.
they can just use that as a mutant prison, or damage control is basically mutants or anti mutants, whatever. And then
Yeah,
you
it's the
start
Raft.
getting William Stryker in there, or you start getting Bolivar Trask in there, where he's like, y'all basically like y'all niggas suck at catching super people. I got
Hmm.
these robots that basically detect if you a superhero or not.
I know they're not gonna do this, and I kind of hope they don't because I know they'll mess it up. And actually, it wouldn't even make sense. But what if this is me going on? This is very far
Mm-hmm.
left. What if they design the Sentinels, but the reason they was able to advance it so fast is because they end up getting either Ultron or White Vision. Because we know White Vision exists because he gonna be in
Yeah,
the Vision's show, movie, whatever they make it
yeah,
for it. And we know
Vision Quest.
Ultron is still alive. Is gonna be like a human or cyborg or something. I don't forgot what they said. But what if we know, hey, Ultron hate humans? That could be his first
Yeah.
advance. He get rid of all the superhumans. He's just regular ones left. But they're not gonna do that. But that was just a thought.
No, that's a good theory. But moving on to the next one, this was initially going to be a like a little redacted, but I think this kind of just I moved it out of here because I wanted to give it its own time for us to celebrate this. So the Oscars is coming up, and
Yes, sir.
Sinners set a record high 16 nominations
Yeah.
for the Oscars, ranging from Best Actor being Michael B. Jordan to Best Supporting Actress with
Wumi.
Wumi, Best Supporting Actor with Delroy Lindo, Best Sound, Best Film Editing, Best Production Design. The list goes on and on. They damn near was nominated for everything. Um, not only we don't even need to ask a question. We love this. I think this Oscars is like the
That's the
pinnacle
pinnacle. Yeah.
of the Academy Awards. It's like you win an Oscar, you like that. This
Yeah,
is
because
Relindo's first Oscar nomination, and um, even why am I blanking on his name? Ryan Coogler, he was nominated for Best Director, so like he has a chance of getting an Oscar. Michael B. Jordan has a chance of getting an Oscar. Everyone on this movie has a chance of winning some sort of Oscar from original screenplay. They're definitely walking away with at least three.
yeah,
I'm
they
hoping
on.
Delroy Lindo gets his supporting actor. And
I want
Wumi,
Michael B. Jordan to get that Oscar. I can't lie.
man,
I want him. I want him to get that
I
that
want to
Oscar.
get that Oscar too. Let me see. So, best actor, those nominees are Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moria for The Secret Agent.
I need to see that movie, The Secret Agent, because
Yeah,
they won. He won at the Golden Globes, and I don't remember even hearing about that movie. And if I did, I know it's a Brazilian movie. Well, originally Brazilian. Um, yeah, Brazilian movie. But I need to watch it because from the stuff that they won and everything, when I seen them talk about it, I was like, it looks really good. So, but for the Oscars, I want Michael B. Jordan to win it.
yeah. If Michael B. Jordan, like the amount of like just what that would do for the culture. Like we love talking about shit for the culture, but this means something.
Yeah,
This means
'cause I
something.
really, I think Ludwin. I always mess up his last name, but I think he's gonna win best like either composer or original score.
Yeah, I think he was nominated for original score.
Yeah, I think he'll win one again because he's won one before, if I remember correctly, with Nolan when he did a film with Nolan.
And then Ryan
Could be
Coogler was
wrong.
nominated for original screenplay.
That need to get it.
Yeah, I don't. Best it's nominated for best cinematography. Let's see. For best cinematography, it's Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Bad After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. I haven't seen Train Dreams. Frankenstein was shot really well. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I still need to watch that. I can't
That
lie.
was a very clean movie. Like
I think that's the only. I need to watch that, and then I haven't seen the other ones you mentioned. You didn't watch either, but I think for cinematography,
because you see Marty Supreme. I haven't seen Marty
yeah,
Supreme yet, but
it's shot good, but I wouldn't give it out of on that list. And and Mario Supreme was in my top 10 for that year, but I wouldn't
mm-hmm.
give it for cinematography.
Yeah, best actor. This is gonna be tough because we know Ethan Hawke. He like that.
Yeah, really, everybody on there like that.
Everybody on there was acting they ass off.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio, he went crazy for that role.
Mm-hmm. He did. Kind of look. So best supporting actor nominees are Benicio del Toro. So he was pretty much the one helping Leonardo DiCaprio One Bad
Yeah,
After Another. Jacob
Sensei.
Elordi. for Frankenstein, that's crazy. Because if you would have tell me who the lead was that for that movie, it was that nigga. But
was that
I get
Frankenstein?
it, huh?
No, Frankenstein was what's his name?
Well, like the lead obviously was Oscar Isaac's
Yeah.
Frankenstein character, but if I'm telling like if me watching that movie, and if
Oh,
you
you was
was
like who the
like it was
lead?
basically like lead actor A, lead actor B, because essentially it was two men telling their side of their story about their relationship.
Okay.
So I would not be surprised if they gave it to him for that. But you not over my nigga Delroy, not over him. And then Sean Penn for One Bad After Another. So that's two niggas for the same movie, one bad after another.
Is Sean Penn the general?
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one was Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value.
Bro, I'm just thinking about that scene he had in that damn supermarket with Leonardo. When he walked up to him, do you like black girls? I said, what the
Oh,
fuck? That shit in the theaters.
I'm
I
like,
said,
what
whoa,
the fuck?
God.
Nigga, back up.
Man, I said, nigga, it's 9 a.m. Please get away from me.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see this. This might be an Oscars I actually tune into because I haven't watched the Oscars in a long time.
I usually
Like,
turn it on in the background if nothing on for real.
like this might be something I actually sit down and kick my feet up with. Like me and the Miss might be watching this at one day when it comes on. But anywho, I'm excited. I think I definitely think it wins best original score, and
For sure. It
it
need
I want
it
this to win best design.
it needs to win score,
Cinematography.
screenplay.
Yeah, screenplay and actress, both of them. Hell, sweep
Sweet.
it up. That ain't
Sweep it
gonna
all.
happen. It's not gonna happen because
Yeah, they gonna find a way not
we
to.
know we know who really controls them windows and they control the
Yeah.
tunnels.
But they should come out with they they should come out with at least five. At least five.
Hey,
But oh man.
Sinners in five. But moving on, we're moving on to our like low redacted. If you've been with us for a long time, you know how this goes. We're gonna read some rumors or news headlines. See what we like low or redact what we read and see. This one's an old one, but this is our first time talking about it on the pod. So Dave Filoni and Lywin Brennan replaced Kathleen Kennedy as the new co-presidents of Lucasfilm. Dave will oversee creative development, and Lywin will oversee executive duties. Do I? Well,
We know how you feel about it.
I'm gonna say I like it because they're kind of treating this as how DC is with their pretty much co-presidents, with how they have um, James Gunn pretty much
Mhm.
overseeing all creative development and creative stories, and Peter Safran is doing all the paperwork that James Gunn don't want to deal with, all the executive shit,
All
the
the
shit that
office
has to
work.
get
All the
done.
office
So
work and NDAs and all that stuff.
right, so that's I get Lucasfilm is pretty much taking a page of that book, and I think honestly, I think that's the way it should be, and this speaks more to Kevin Feige, if anything, because he's doing both these roles in one, and it just shows how special he is and how hard that shit is. Because he's over everything. He has a hand in everything. That nigga is as close to Mickey Mouse as anybody.
And he don't need a hand in everything. You know
He
why?
doesn't.
Why did I open up my damn X-Men comic? I'm reading it. I'm looking over the Hellfire Gala. Why this nigga at the Hellfire Gala? Nigga, I turn a page. Somebody asked for a drink. I look close. It's Kevin Feige face. I said, "What the hell?"
So I think this. Honestly, do I like this? Yes. I mean, Star Wars. They got a lot of They got a lot of making up to do. They got a lot of climbing to do. You know, there's a new Darth Maul animated series that's coming out
That look
in
good,
April. It
boy.
does look good. I'm treading lightly because I'm not finna be catfished like they did with
Nah,
the Boba Fett.
it look good, boy.
It did
They
look
said
good.
everything. They said they went back to the old ways they did animation. They said they. I think that was gonna be the one for them.
I hope so. I really hope so because that did look nice. But I think this is how a lot of studios should do their basically head of operations
Yeah,
like
we need
this. It
somebody to
should be
write
a
the
co.
paper,
It should be yeah. It should be a
and we
co lead.
yeah somebody to
Sony,
sign off on contracts, and other person to be creative full time.
yes, because you don't want one to bleed over into the other. Sony, I'm talking to you.
That shit
But
show.
moving on, Damson Idris. I think I'm not sure where this was at, but he was asked about the rumors of him taking up the mantle of the Black Panther in the new Avengers Doomsday movie. He says, quote, I'm thankful to the fans. Of course, it's rumors, but I love that movie. I love the world. Now, this is a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, he just
So,
yapping.
kind of redact this, but he's been like the main fan cast slash popular rumor for the new T'Challa Black Panther. I don't. He's a really good actor. I don't see why it wouldn't be him. It makes sense. I can see Marvel zagging where everyone's zigging, but then they also casted John Krasinski as Reed Richards for strictly for fan service because they killed him in like the next three scenes. So
Well, apparently, and I got to see how. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm a doubt it is, but apparently it was this. It was a tweet, but they were saying that he met with Marvel already, or he recently met with Marvel about the role, but they're still looking at other people. So that's just a whole lot of hoopla.
yeah,
In my mind, it's just saying whether it's true or not. I think that I feel like somebody probably has reached out to him for real.
right.
Now,
Like
if it's
I'm
a
not gonna sit up here and act like he hasn't either put his name in a hat or at least auditioned.
yeah, or they at least probably gauged his interest at least.
Broached him about it. But if is he Black Panther, I don't know. As far
I
as I
don't
know,
know.
T'Challa Black Panther still that 11-year-old boy or 10-year-old boy we saw at the end of Black Panther 2.
Young Panther Cub.
Yeah. Yeah. Shut up, brother Holiday. Moving on. PlayStation is exploring the possibility of letting an AI take over your game when you need help or when you're stuck on a game. So like if you're stuck on a hard level,
What are we doing?
basically is I guess gonna send some sense or there's gonna be an option. Again, this is a possibility, but we're just playing pretend. If you're stuck on a level or you're just stuck, can't get past this one boss, AI can take over for you and basically get you um get you past it. Or if you're lost, ooh nigga. The amount of times I've been lost in them open world games or don't know where the fuck I'm going, AI can just take over for you and point you to where you need to be. Do we
What happened? What happened to the games I love, bro? The thing about this, we're not gonna act. I'll say this: I'm not gonna act like AI is never in games. There's a difference, though. There's always AI in games. Look at the NPCs. But
Yeah.
when it comes to this saying an AI will take over your game and pretty much play it for you, I feel like, and I seen somebody else mention this. TBH mentioned it. He mentioned it. He said because he watched the video as well, and the person was saying gamers are like the only people that you have to convince to do their hobby.
Mm.
Because he was saying when it comes to people that like movies or TV shows, he was like best believe they're gonna be in there watching everything that come out, regardless of if it's good or not. They more than likely gonna watch it. He said when it comes to gamers, a lot of times they don't even play the game. They'll just watch somebody. They gonna go on YouTube. They gonna look up the Rad Brad. They gonna watch him play the game, and then they gonna go in somebody else's chat talk about you doing it wrong. I know how to do this, knowing damn well they never touched that game in their life.
No, or like they didn't take a crack at it first,
They
and
didn't even they didn't even
struggled.
try. They
They
watched
didn't
somebody
even
do a
try.
full run through of a game and said, "Okay, I know how to beat it now," and then just played.
Yeah,
Like your
they followed
brain
the
ain't working
blueprint.
no
They didn't
more.
make their own blueprint. They didn't make their own steps.
Like back in the day, you had people that did walkthroughs, maybe, but you still had the satisfaction of like, man, I'm gonna try all these concepts, everything, just to figure out what happened. But now people go to buy a game and on day one they like, what's the best build? What's the best armor? What's the best this? What's the best gun? What's the like? Damn, nigga, you gonna try the game?
Yeah.
At this point, you're not even playing no more.
I really wish Cam was on here for this because I would love to hear his take on this. But yeah, redact this. It's just taking the one of the uh just the core values of true gaming. Like, is there going to be times where you're stuck on a level? Yes. Is there going to be times where you're stuck on a boss? Absolutely. Is there going to be times where you're lost and you might have to save and sleep on it, and then come back to the game the next day to be like, oh, I didn't see this over here when it was looking at you 50, 11 times and you keep passing it? Yes. But that's all in the game. And I'm not even saying looking up a gameplay is bad because I used to do that when I was playing, single player games. But at least I went out and did the game first. I played it. I got as far as I could go, and I'm like, okay, I need some help, or like I need to. Okay, what did this person do? And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
damn, I didn't even think about it like that. Now it's like
exactly.
there's so many because I feel like now there's just so many avenues in gaming, and gaming is this big web where back then it was a lot more. Um, it was a lot more cookie cutter. I won't say cookie cutter, but it was a lot more simplistic because there wasn't a lot of these battle royale games. You didn't have to worry about builds. You didn't have to worry about all this other open world nonsense. So it's like now, and it's all of this going on, and it's almost like a kid getting overstimulated in a candy store. So he's waiting on someone to tell him what to pick or tell him what to do because he's too scared or just doesn't know how to make
They
a decision
scared.
for him.
These people don't like to challenge their brain. That's why
No.
they use that. They even go back to AI. Niggas are stupid. Some of y'all are actually. It's another word, but some of y'all are actually stupid, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know how to read. Y'all don't know how to follow instructions. Y'all can't. It sounds like they saying y'all don't know how to play the damn game either. So we gonna help. We gonna play it for you. So you get
Yeah.
that slight bit of satisfaction to be like,
I'm
oh,
not
I
gonna lie, I'd
completed
be
it,
disrespected. I'd be disrespected
bro.
as fuck. If I was a gamer, I'm like, damn,
Bro,
do you
when
know do you know how bad I would get on somebody's ass if I was at their place and I seen the AI take over the game? I'm like, nigga, you couldn't get past this shit. I'm on your ass. You fucking
bro,
suck past the stick. Get off the game.
I get disrespected. I get disrespected if I lose a fight in the game and they say, "Do you want to lower the difficulty?" Fuck no, nigga. I might raise it because of that shit now.
Exactly.
Cause you trying
Niggas
me.
don't remember that. They're too young to remember that, feat. They're too young to remember you're getting to a level. Because what game did this? I
They
want
did
to
that on
say
Spark
Halo
to
did this.
Zero just recently.
Yes.
You fought that Vegeta fight and some other fights. It'd be like, do you want to lower the difficulty? No, bitch, I'm gonna beat him
I'm gonna beat
regardless.
this shit. Just let me
It may take
just
me
let me sleep
15
on it.
tries,
Exactly. Let me
but
sleep
I'm gonna
on it.
beat him. I'm gonna learn this new combo right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so redact this shit, man. And finally, the Daredevil season 2 trailer came out. I don't even
That
need
was
to ask the
good.
boys. We both love this. Season 1
Yeah,
was amazing. Really great TV. As someone who did not watch the original Netflix Daredevil series, I thought it was pretty good. Um,
gas,
so
straight
season 2
gas.
just looks like it's upping the ante. Because they already introduced who's that? Jessica Drew from the Defenders.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. Jessica Drew. Like, who the fuck is that?
That's from is that Disney? That's like that's a book, ain't it? Ain't that the detective?
Yes.
Ain't that the
I'm
girl
like, who
detective?
the fuck is Jessica Drew?
Let me see. I think that's the
Oh,
girl
that's
detective.
Spider Woman. Damn, now I feel like a dickhead.
Oh shit, we both wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, who is that? Jessica Drew is Spider Woman.
Yeah, Jessica Jones,
Jessica Jones is
Defenders.
from the Defenders, who we
Wait, what is
see
the
pop up in this new season helping Matt
Nancy
Murdock.
Drew? That's her name, the girl detective.
Okay.
Okay, no, back to you.
But yeah, all in all, this looks like it's gonna be some gas. We get dark suit, Daredevil. I'm all for it.
Yeah, same. Love.
But now it is time for the first get in our bag of the big 2026. Fee, can you please do the honors?
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag of big bag.
All right, so for this getting our bag question today, I'm going to have Dana do a keep five, cut five using Pixar movies. So, Dana, your first movie is Toy Story.
I think that is a very hard keep.
Okay, okay. Your next movie, Up.
I'm cutting up. I'm
Oh,
sorry, Russell.
okay.
I'm getting shocked.
Next movie is Ratatouille.
I I'm gonna keep that.
Okay.
I'm keeping my boy Remy.
Okay, you keeping Ratatouille. So next we have is Inside Out.
That's chop. That's easy. That can cut. I'm sorry.
Okay, next we have Wally.
Ooh, now you bringing out the big ones. Okay, that I'm keeping Wally.
Okay.
I'm keeping Wally.
Okay, so you have 3 keeps right now and 2 cuts.
Okay,
Next we have Incredibles.
I was waiting on you to say this. That's keep. That's a hard keep. Nothing else. If you cutting that, you're insane. So that's a keep.
Okay. Next, whew, next we have Monsters Inc. Hey, Pixar has some heat, man. If they still got some.
This has some heat. That was some heat. But this heat is gonna have to get beat. So I'm cutting Monsters Inc.
Ooh. Okay. Next, we have A Bug's Life.
A lot of people aren't going to agree with this, but that's a chop. I'm sorry.
I'll say at least for Pixar movies, it is one of my favorites. But when you look at their full list, it's understandable. Next, we have Finding Nemo.
I think I have one left of each, right?
Yeah, you have one keep and one cut left.
Oh my god. Damn, that was some good shit. I would say, oh my god. I'm going to keep it.
Oh! Okay, keep. And so you are cutting with the last one, Cars.
I figured.
So for people to know, you kept Toy Story, Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, and WALL-E. You cut Up, Cars, Monster Inc., A Bug's Life, and Inside Out.
There's no way niggas can tell me I did not cook with that. There's no way. You look at that list, there's only two debatable.
I think
I think that's a good list.
The one people gonna debate you on is WALL-E.
You're not cutting that, are you?
I think somebody gonna say they'll keep like Cars over WALL-E.
I would say, I would keep Cars over. If I had to change one, I would probably say Ratatouille over Cars, personally, but like that's if you had pointed a gun to my head and maybe change one on the spot. But I'm not pressed to do that personally.
But yeah, y'all let us know what y'all list would be. What movies y'all are keeping and what movies y'all are cutting for these Pixars. And with that, we're going to move into our last final section, which is our redacted rule section. If you've been following the show, you already know redacted rule is just where we give a rule. We say either to live by, just something was on our mind, but redacted rule. So I'll go first. This week, my redacted rule is just going to be, there's going to be consistency, just staying consistent. And that's really me talking to myself with staying consistent and doing what I need to do.
My redacted rule is stop cooking shit on high heat. And I mean that literally, and I mean that figuratively. Because it's okay to metaphorically go about things on slow and simmer. You're still cooking, just not burning the kitchen. You're still cooking, just you're not speeding through it. So it's okay to cook low and slow. But stop cooking on high heat.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dane.
It's been your boy Wafik.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in and ask my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a fan, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little part, could be yellow in a brew. 48 vert, quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Perator came with a mate. Charcoal's white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a
for some. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Center right on the beat. I'm teaching the whole like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a Mexico making Alfredo. I put a bag but don't hold my payroll. I get active and then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Shrunk in my soup, I believe it was makeup. Got my Soviet clutching the Draco. It was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a pop.